The familiarisation assessments can be used by an individual learner at any time, or a teacher can use them in front of a whole class to demonstrate the question types in the personalised assessments. The assessments are available in various colours and contrasts. During the familiarisation assessment, teachers and learners have the opportunity to apply the colours and contrasts so they can find the most suitable option. For the actual assessments, the staff member will select the colour and contrast preferences for learners when scheduling the assessments. During the familiarisation assessment, learners can try out the different colour options and contrasts by selecting the cog icon on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. The options can be reversed at any point by selecting the default colour scheme. The language of an assessment, Welsh or English, is decided by the staff member when scheduling. However, a learner can view the questions in the alternative language at any point during the assessment by selecting the globe icon in the bottom left-hand side of the screen. Although the question can be viewed in the alternative language at any point, please note the language pop-up must be closed before an answer can be entered. To move on to the next question, learners need to select the Next button. If a learner does this before entering an answer, the following pop-up message will be displayed. Selecting No will return the learner to the current question so that they can enter an answer. Selecting Yes will take the learner to the next question. For some question types, answers are entered by selecting the answer box and typing in an answer. In the actual assessment, questions are selected based on the learner's response to the previous question. Learners move forward through the questions and are unable to go back once they've submitted an answer. Therefore, learners should be encouraged to check their answers before moving on to the next question. Selecting the Back button in the browser will not allow learners to look at earlier questions, and they will have to log back into the assessment. Some questions in learners' assessments will be multiple choice. Learners simply select the answer they think is correct. If a learner changes their mind after selecting an answer, they can simply select on an alternative answer, and the previous answer will be deselected, or simply deselect. Remember that the question can be viewed in the alternative language at any point during the assessment. If learners are unable to answer a question, they should be encouraged to move on to the next question. This is done by selecting Yes when the following pop-up message is displayed. Each familiarisation assessment contains 8 questions. Once finished, learners will see this screen. Learners then need to close the browser window.